Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving deep into the roadmap for real, measurable digital transformation. We're talking about taking that raw, brilliant business concept of yours and turning it into a seamless, scalable digital product. If you've got a vision, but you're looking for that precise, innovative strategy to actually execute it, especially with all the AI and automation capabilities available today, well, you are exactly in the right place. Let's get into it. Let's start with the hard truth. Ideas are cheap. Products are not. Ouch, right? But this perfectly captures the exact dilemma so many founders face. You aren't short on vision. You've probably got a million ideas. What you're short on is the execution blueprint. So let's clear the fog of early stage creation. We want to get you from a whiteboard concept to a living, high-performance application, a real engine for business growth, without burning through all your time or capital. To give you total clarity, here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. The founder's dilemma, 2. Anatomy of an app, 3. The proven sequence, 4. Avoiding expensive mistakes, and finally, 5. Expectations and timelines. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the founder's dilemma and clearing that fog. Moving on to section 2, anatomy of an app, where we'll strip away all that confusing jargon. So every web application, whether it's a sleek SaaS dashboard, a bustling marketplace, or an AI-powered automation platform, relies on 4 main pillars. First up, the front end. This is the seamless digital experience. It's what your users actually see and click. Then there's the back end, which is the intelligent logic and the rules running behind the scenes on a server. Third is the database. Think of this as the highly secure vault where all your data lives. And finally, the infrastructure. This is the cloud technology setup that guarantees your app's scalability and performance. Now, seeing those pieces come together really demands a profound shift in mindset. You've got to stop treating technology as just some back-office function and start leveraging it as your primary business engine. Your early architectural choices, they aren't just IT tasks to hand off. They are critical business decisions. They literally dictate your speed to market, how agile your features can be, and your ultimate ability to scale faster than the competition. That brings us to section 3, the proven sequence, going from idea to launch. Here is the exact playbook. Step 1, validate the problem before the solution. You absolutely have to confirm the market demand before you invest a single dollar in engineering. Step 2, scope and MVP ruthlessly. Distill your grand vision down to the core features that deliver immediate, measurable business impact. And step 3, design before you build. Seriously, wireframes are highly adaptable and cheap. Production code is not. Moving along the sequence. Step 4, select a technology stack that is optimized for your specific business goals, not just whatever the current hype is. Step 5, build using iterative, agile sprints. This ensures continuous delivery of actual working software. Step 6, test everything, and I mean rigorously, for security, scale, and that flawless user experience. Finally, step 7, launch, and then keep going. Remember, launch day is really just a data gathering checkpoint. It is definitely not the finish line. Let's transition to section 4, avoiding expensive mistakes and the common pitfalls to watch out for. We really need to avoid these specific strategic pitfalls at all costs. Building a massive feature list before validating demand, that's a surefire way to burn through your capital. Skipping UX design to quote-unquote move faster, trust me, it guarantees you will move much slower later. Choosing a tech stack based purely on hype or treating QA as security as optional creates massive technical debt. But above all, treating your devs as mere order takers instead of expert technology partners, that's going to cost you dearly. They are your co-pilots in business transformation. You also need to understand this critical distinction to protect your budget. A prototype is just a clickable UX mockup used purely to test ideas. There's absolutely no real production code behind it. A minimum viable product, or MVP, on the other hand, is a secure, real-world software application with a limited but fully functional feature set. Knowing exactly which phase you're in ensures you know exactly what you're paying for. And that leads us to our final section, section 5, expectations and timelines, the reality check. 8 to 16 weeks. I want you to burn this number into your memory. This is the industry standard timeline for deploying a highly focused MVP. Now, sure, massive AI-powered enterprise platforms will take longer, but ruthless discipline in your initial scope dictates your speed to market way more than the calendar ever will. Here is a classic strategic hurdle that trips up so many early-stage entrepreneurs. Should you engineer a web app or a mobile app first? I know it's incredibly tempting to envision your shiny new logo on a smartphone home screen, but let's look at the absolute most efficient path to market. The smartest strategy? It's almost always starting with a responsive web app. Why? Because bypassing those tedious App Store approval processes gives you the fastest, most frictionless route to validating your product with live, real-world users. Then, once you've locked in that product market fit, you can confidently scale by adding native mobile apps to the mix. So, once you know what to build, the next logical hurdle is figuring out exactly who is going to build it. Should you invest in recruiting a full in-house engineering team right from day one, or should you leverage an expert technology partner? Well, it always depends a bit on your capital and your long-term tech strategy. The proven path for rapid deployment is pretty clear. A lot of successful founders launch with an experienced technology partner to move incredibly fast and get that premium corporate build quality. Then, they strategically transition to building an in-house team as their user base and recurring revenue really begin to scale. I want to leave you with this final, vital question before you write a single line of code. What is the absolute smallest version of your idea that actually proves the business case? True digital transformation doesn't start with building every single feature. It starts with building the right thing. So what will your very first iteration look like? Take that question, ruthlessly define your scope, and start building the future. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.